in the program, Pap, you were talking quite a bit, and we were both talking about, what's happening with the Supreme Court and just how, I think in many respects, we have to begin to see the Supreme Court for what it is, and maybe we should have seen that, and I think some of us did after 2000, that this is a highly partisan group of people. We know last week during that EPA ruling that Scalia was in dissent. The guy was so fixated on wanting a specific outcome that he recounted his own precedent that he wrote the majority opinion on completely 180 degrees backwards. They had to change his dissent.
Oh my
but
God.
I mean, this
Never
is what the right
of
is
the
doing
court.
it, aren't? I mean, they're developing. They're developing just more is basically the equivalent of developing state senators, but they're doing it for the judiciary.
Yeah, basically what you have is you've got politicians that put black robes on, that there's this myth out there that for some reason these people on the majority, that they're somehow just brilliant jurists. It's just so far from the truth. It's just such a ridiculous myth. They're politicos. But what's happening here throughout the nation, it's not just the Supreme Court. You've got this, I don't know if you followed this story on the judicial junkets that have been taking place, where you've got Exxon, Google, Walmart, you name it, all the regular suspects that are holding these junkets throughout the country. Now, the junket is where and this isn't just federal judges. This is your trial judge in your county. This is the guy that you go appear in front of for a trial. This is the appellate judge that may be in your county. And it's all over the country. But what they do is they have them show up at these golf courses, these very posh golf courses. They bring your wife, bring your children. We have unlimited drinks for you. We got champagne, we got cigars, we got the best food you could ever eat. And now George Mason University is holding one of these, and this is just one of many, but I thought was very interesting. This one that they're holding next is going to be a junket where all these corporations go in and talk about how judges need to dismantle pension programs for policemen and firefighters, and oh, by the way, not for judges. I'm not making this up. The whole seminar is how you need to do away with public servants' pension programs, and this is how you do it. Now, why does Koch brothers, they're one of the people putting this on, why do they care? Well, they care because you have counties and municipalities that are getting into trouble, not because of these pensions. It's because they're giving these corporations so many subsidies. They're giving them tax breaks. So Exxon or Google or Walmart, they say, wait a second. We don't want you to go bankrupt from paying money to these pension programs, to these people you've promised pensions for, because if you do that, you won't be able to give us our big tax breaks and our pension in our subsidies. So that's what this is all about. Now, understand, these judges will be they'll be deciding pension reform cases. No question. Right now, as a matter of fact, the judge from Illinois will be there. The judges, this is taking place in Illinois. Those judges will be at this George Mason symposium. That is nothing more than nothing more than a junket.
I'll tell you, Pap, it reminds me of the dynamic with what we see with ALEC, right? With the American Legislative Exchange Commission. Committee.
It's the same thing. ALEC's involved with this.
And it's basically they take state senators, state assemblymen, bring them to a wine and dine 3-day party, and basically say, here's the model legislation we want you to pass. I mean, but those
are legislators, though.
Right, exactly.
These are judges, and what the judge has to be able to establish is that the legislature it really didn't intend to form a contract. There's something that about the pension program. This is what they're going to be deciding, municipality by municipality, state by state, township by township. That no, there was no intent to really create a contract here. Therefore, we can go back and take these people's money away from them. Now, this is police officers, teachers, firefighters, public servants of every kind, and oh, by the way, not judges.
Well, we saw something like this